Alright fellas, here we are back on Pokemon Masters. So, as of it's currently July 8th right now, and I think it's been 2 years and a week since Ingo dropped. And I was thinking about that probably about a month ago. I was like, okay, I want to do a, showcase of 2 years later for Ingo and Emmett. And I figure I'm gonna do that right now because no better time really. There's not much content to do in the game at the moment. The water type event drops on the 11th, which means I still have today and tomorrow to post videos. So yeah, gonna have to just wait for that so I can do the summoner skip for the banner and then look at the event, see how difficult it is and all that stuff, right? But anyway, I digress. Ingo here, 2 years later, is still one of the best supports in the game. And you can't really argue against that. You really can't, honestly. Am I saying he's like top 5 or top 10? Okay, I'd say he's top 10. I would not say, I would not go against that. But top 5, probably not anymore. But still, he's still a really good support and a really valuable unit. And I really think people should have this guy if you want to, try and propel your offensive attackers. That's just fucking redundant. If you want to, propel your offensive units a little bit better, then Ingo here is really good at it. He's got a lot that he does, and he was really ahead of his time. As a support unit, I really think he was ahead of his time. So, looking at him here, he's got Mud Slap as a 1-gauge spammable. He's a support unit, as we stated. Sandstorm, this is the one big thing for him when he released, was that he is a support unit with a weather effect. He was the first support unit to have weather, I believe. And yeah, he's still really good with it. It shows just how amazing having, terrain, zone, or weather on a support unit really is, right? He's also got potions here for healing for himself and allies, which of course is always really good. And his trainer move here is just great. Raises the attack of all allied sync pairs by 1, raises the crit of all allied sync pairs by 2, and applies the free move's next effect to all allied sync pairs during a sandstorm. The crit buffs and attack buffs were really good for the time because your best crit maxers were like Phoebe, Hilbert. This is 2 years ago, so, think about those type of units, right? Ingo, being able to max crit in 2 turns, that was still really good back then, and it's still good now, of course. But, we have a lot of units that can max crit in a turn or two as it is. But still, that ability is really good. And, of course, buffing attack, always going to be good. Sandy Pep Rally 9 as a passive. Raises the speed of all allied sync pairs by 1 when the user's Pokemon uses a move during a sandstorm. Amazing, right? Speed buffs is great. It may be a little bit slow because you're going to have to use Sandstorm and trainer moves and Mud Slap with the occasional potion. Mud Slap and Sandstorm are the only ones that can actually give you speed buffs, but still, it's good. And then Ferocious Affliction 2 raises the attack and special attack of all allied sync pairs by 2 the first time a status move used by the user's Pokemon is successful. Use Sandstorm once, and you're instantly giving all allies +2 attack and special attack. So not only is he helping out physical units like he does with, his attack buffs here, but he's also able to help out special attacking allies a little bit in case, they need their special attack topped off, which is good. And Sedimentary here. He's got Sedimentary here, which protects him from damage in a sandstorm, which of course, good ability. And it raises his defense and special defense by 30% during a sandstorm, meaning his already good defenses here. I do have him EX. This is an EX level 150 showcase. 4 to 5 too, but 3 to 5, who cares? But without the EX or anything like that, his stats would probably be 240-ish on the defenses. I can actually look that up right now. Which of course those defensive stats there aren't really the greatest, but then counting the EX and level 150 and then that 30% defense increase, this unit is going up to 400 in the defenses, right? Which is just insane. His defensive stats were so crazy for the time, and they're still pretty good now, right? Obviously it's not going to compete with Signature or Cynthia, but still, it's good. And he had 230 defense and 250 special defense without EX and level 150, right? So level 140, no EX. Those are still good defensive stats, right? His defenses are going to be easily going over 300 with Sedimentary activated here, and that's just really good, right? Really, really good. I'll also look at his grid, because of course this is going to be a 3 out of 5 showcase. He's got a lot of things that can be good here, but for the most part, his grid, you would just go for sand and potion stuff, which is what I have here. I've got Master Healer and NPR, Sandstorm NPR here, and I've got the Trainer Move NPR. That's a big one as well. If you want to give your allies more free moves next, which of course is amazing. Imagine you're running with a lot of 4-gauge move users. Boom, you got free moves next. You don't need speed buffs. You can just queue up your moves as it is, and that's good. And of course, you can get more attack buffs from that as well. He's got Adrenaline. This is actually a really good ability to have as well. Of course, if you're going to be running him as a support EX character, then this is going to be something you may want to pick up. And now I'm actually considering picking it up. I don't need this extra Master Healer. Yes, I'm picking up Adrenaline. I'm just now changing my main Ingo grid because I always sync with him. I always get that support EX, and Adrenaline is just a great ability. Sync Cure removes status conditions from the user after using its sync move. This can be a pretty... It's not niche, but like it's not something you're going to pick up routinely as a, you know, a catch-all type of grid. But if you are going against like Tornadus or something, and you know it uses Toxic on you and you can't evade it or something, which he does have accuracy debuffs, so you could evade it. But if you don't, you could use your sync move. You got Sync Cure here. Boom, you just healed yourself with that poison, which is great. Endurance, another amazing ability, right? I'm also considering changing my grid to pick that up, but whatever. I'm not going to. But yeah. This is another great ability here. I need to start making more Ingo grids. Endurance is just a great ability, you know, survive that one attack, plus he's got the ability to protect himself from sand damage, so he won't be, you know, taking damage from that, which is great as well. He's got Guarded Entry 1 here, raising his defenses by 1, which can be definitely pretty solid, right? I'm not going to pick it up for 8 energy, but that's still a pretty solid ability. You know, more bulk. Quick Cure removes his flinching, trap, or confusion the first time they're inflicted, which can definitely be really, really good and really, really clutch. Pocket Sand 4, 50% chance of lowering the target's accuracy. I actually made a grid just for this specific ability because I was using Signasuit Lucamine as a off-type nuker, and you know she needs accuracy debuffs for her full nuke, and Pocket Sand here is very, very good for you know, getting those fast accuracy debuffs. So this is a good grid, right? He's also got Soothing Sand, which I don't think needs to be mentioned too much, but it's still a good ability. And then Gritty Guardian, 20% chance of raising defenses. Sure. And then Fall Forward here charges his move gauge by 1 when an opponent's attack move misses. I don't think this is a super necessary ability just because you've got speed buffs and free moves next already. You're pretty good on gauge as it is. And then Ripple Effect 2 here on Mud Slap, 30% chance of turning the single target accuracy debuffs into AoE, right? Which is great. And then extra HP plus 20, and I think that's about it. So overall, Ingo's got a lot of great stuff on his grid here. You can, when it comes to candying him, I would say he's probably pretty valuable to candy. Even just the 2 out of 5, you get these potion things here, like the Master Healers. I don't think you get NPR, but still, Master Healer is good enough in my opinion. And you, of course, you do get the Trainer Move, NPR, I think at 1 out of 5, which is really, really good. And then I think you get Adrenaline 1... I actually don't know when you get Adrenaline 1. I have Ingo's grid set up here. Yeah, you get Adrenaline 1 at 2 out of 5, which is also really good. Yeah, you get the Potion, Master Healer stuff, Guarded Entry 1, and Endurance at 2 out of 5, which is definitely a great move level for this guy for sure. He doesn't have his 3 out of 5, or not 3 out of 5, he doesn't have his 2 out of 5, 4 out of 5, or 5 out of 5 nodes yet for being a Poke Fair, but whenever he does get them, I will be showcasing that, so keep that in mind. 2 out of 5, definitely really, really good. Of course, again, 1 out of 5, he gets his Trainer Move NPR, which is amazing, so keep that in mind. And then 3 out of 5, of course, he gets everything else. When it comes to move levels, I would say 1 out of 5 is enough. 2 out of 5 is great to go for sure. And then 3 out of 5, of course, you can just get a Sand NPR as a big one, Potion NPR, and then like Sand stuff, as well as Sync, Cure, and Endurance. But I'd say those probably aren't too worth it. I'd say Adrenaline and the Potion Master Healer stuff is probably the bigger thing, so 2 out of 5 would probably be sufficient. But yeah, I'm going to take him into Sydney here, see how well he's able to pair up with Palatine's Elisa here and Anniversary Skyla. I just don't have a ground weak stage or a rock weak stage to really work him into, but I'll take him into Moltres later on, and we'll just see how well he does there, because obviously changing the weather against that bird is definitely something you want to do, right? Because that thing could be a pain. Okay, I don't know why I had Palatine's Elisa on there, but we got Anniversary Steven now. He's the real flying type damage dealer. Don't question it. Anyway, Sydney here actually hits pretty hard, but I don't really have many stages I can go against. I'll try going against Glacia in a minute, I guess, to show even more tanking, I guess. But Sydney here, he hits really hard, so just in case you see Ingo taking a lot of damage, well, that's why, because well, Sydney does about 1,000,000 + 1 damage, all right? So that just kind of tends to happen, right? Anniversary Steven's not like the greatest partner ever, but you know, physical attacker, so I mean, why not, right? Let's go ahead and buff some attack stats, and we'll go ahead and just go for this, I guess, for some speed buffs. Why not, right? We've already got, I guess, +3 attack after this. We'll go ahead and I guess go for Mud Slap, get some speed buffs in. That attack, that switch is probably gonna hurt actually, a little bit anyway. But we still do enough damage anyway, so so we're doing just fine. Yeah, I mean, Ingo took that pretty well. Bullet Seed, probably gonna hurt quite a bit, but can't really control that all that much, so. Oh, they would have flinched too. Oh, they would have flinched. That would have been so good. That would have been so good. His best partners here, Ingo, and, you know, referring to Ingo, would probably be, you know, rock or ground type characters. Emmett is his best partner. Cynthia is a great partner, just being, you know, a ground type that directly benefits off sand really well, so there's that too. So there's just quite a few of the, you know, rock or ground type characters. If they require sand, then Ingo is obviously going to be their best partner. And any, like, physical attacker that could use speed buffs, attack buffs, crit buffs, all the stuff, you know, just generic stuff. Obviously, you know, Ingo's going to be really good at helping them as well, right? So, just a lot of different characters that Ingo's really good at helping out. And, you know, just a good unit in general, right? So, let's keep that in mind. I'll go ahead and go for this. Go ahead and potion up here. That's going to hurt. Okay, I think Steven's going to die, but that's fine. Oh, well, shit happens. Ingo was the one that survived, and this is his showcase, so I don't really care. Yeah, okay. Oh, Steven survived. That's very surprising to me, actually. Oh, well. That's cool. So we hit him with the sync move, and I don't even know if they died of this. Close enough, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. They go down to the Dragon Ascent. But yeah, Ingo, really good tank, right? If he gets hit by Sydney's, like, Dark Pulses or whatnot, they do a ton of damage. They just do so much damage just because of how hard he hits, so keep that in mind. But he's still really good as a tank, for sure. Got his potions, got his crit and attack buffing. Still really, really good, right? Let's go ahead and go against Glacia, I guess. I mean, I could bring... Ingo's a pretty good character to bring for Glacia here, assuming you're using, like, Hop, or, you know, Champion Hop or something. I'm not going to be using Champion Hop, I'm just going to use B, because that's kind of what I'm known for at this point, is just using B, I guess. And then I'll bring Signature or Cynthia. Obviously, in this scenario, you would use Cynthia as the, you know, tank, because she's just better at tanking, and you could, you know, replace Ingo here with somebody else who could buff stats a little bit better, but I think it's just probably... I'm just trying to showcase Ingo here, so, I mean, no real point in changing things around here. Sure, I'll keep things the way they are. Yeah, Beast should still do a ton of damage here, should be just fine. And Ingo should be just fine to take attacks from Glacia here, which should be just good. Should be just good. Obviously, he's able to buff attack, crit, and speed, all things that B needs. She doesn't need crit because she can max it all on her own. But if you have her full nuke grid, then obviously you'll know that she needs that +1 crit there, which I do have her full nuke activated here, so I do need that 1 crit buff, right? Thankfully, Ingo's able to give it to us, right? Which is good. And I'll continue to buff my speed here. And let's go for a Vacuum Wave, why not? Okay. That is where a Sync Cure would be nice to have, wouldn't it? Wow, I can't believe that. I can believe it, but I don't want to believe it, really. Oh, yeah, he's weak to water. Okay, that's why I thought he was weak to. He's weak to water. Okay. We'll go ahead and, I guess, go for Ingo's Sync move here and just hope he fucking thaws out. That'd be nice, right? Here we go. She's not doing any damage, but Glacia also does not hit hard. She has reduced attack, like 800 or something, in terms of, you know, just overall damage. So keep that in mind. But still, she's going to be... he's still taking the attacks well, right? He's still taking the attacks well. And I think the average, like, attack stat for most units or stadium bosses tends to be, like, around 1,000. So if you want to keep that in mind, sure. And, you know, taking 800, that's still good. Like, he's taking these attacks really, really well here, of course, especially for being frozen for half the damn battle. So, I still call that thoroughly impressive, at least in my opinion. And he's still doing well, and he's giving us this adrenaline, which is definitely very, very nice after using a sync move. And we're healing back up with potions, so it's just a win-win in every single direction, right? Except the sand chip damage, that hurts a little bit. But it is chipping the enemies as well, which is very, very good. So, there we go. Goodbye, Dugong. Yeah, it's pretty good. I I could showcase, you know, his accuracy debuffs, but I don't really think I need to. I could, but I also don't. I don't want to use hide and sync, man. I don't like hide and sync. Who actually has hide and sync as a multiplier other than Signasuit Lucamine? Because then I may actually consider it. I'm on my computer right now. I wish I could actually show this, but I'm not going to. All right, hide and sync. Who has it? Apply. It's not ground type. Okay, Hapu has it. Okay, May has it as well. But the problem with that is that May directly conflicts with the weather because she's a water type. Obviously, you know, she's gonna set rain on her own. She's got rain multipliers. Ingo obviously set sand, so those kind of don't work together. I did actually do a pretty solid off type with Signasuit Lucamine a bit ago, where I was able to use Ingo for accuracy debuffs, which is very, very nice for sure. Those accuracy debuffs can be good for sure. But I'm gonna go into Moltres, and we'll see just how well Ingo's gonna be doing there, because changing weather is amazing, right? Changing weather is absolutely one of the best things in the game, and Moltres' entire gimmick is the fact that if it's under sun, it becomes a nuclear weapon. So I think mitigating that as much as possible is something we should probably be considering. Obviously Emmett is his best partner in terms of, you know, benefiting from sand, right? A lot of units benefit from sand. Emmett being probably the best sand benefiter. Maybe Cynthia's a little bit better. I'm not really too sure. Let's see. Who do I want to bring? Rourke or Emmett? Rourke or Emmett? I like Rourke's Haymaker grid. Okay, so he's got Haymaker there. I'll go with Rourke. Fuck it. We'll just see how well he can do here. And then we'll bring Diantha for Rock Zone. Just to finish this battle a little bit faster. I also don't have ground gear equipped, so any damage you've seen being taken in this showcase, it's been without ground gear, so those you know, plus 60 defenses are instead like plus 30. So I think that's, you know, worth noting. Let's go ahead and use sand here. Let's buff our attack, and I'll just go ahead and use the trainer move. It doesn't really matter that much. And there we go. We can get more attack buffs there. I'll go ahead and start using Smackdown. And Rock Tomb with Diantha, why not? Okay, yeah, we're actually doing pretty good so far. And we're going to be able to do some damage with these Mud Slaps here, which is going to be very, very nice as well. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Mud Slap, we're going to be able to raise our speed, lower Moltres' accuracy. All very, very good things for sure. Yep, accuracy down. Very, very nice. Though I don't know how much it's actually going to matter, but still. We'll see. And we'll just keep buffing our stats here with Diantha. I won't use Rock Zone until a little bit later in the fight. I just want to, you know, build up a little bit here. And Ingo's really allowing our team to take pretty little damage here, right? Obviously, the sand chip damage does hurt, but Diantha's able to heal it off herself. And Rourke, you know, I could just use potions on him if need be. And the speed buffs are just so good. The speed buffs are so nice for sure. Why is sure next effect? I don't need that. Okay. And all this damage we've been doing is just from like 1 gauge spammables or 2 gauge spammables. It's amazing. We can stall out Moltres if we need to, which I think is pretty funny, really. Alright, so Rourke here has okay, he's got +2 crit. So now I'll actually max his crit, and I think this also maxes attack. Unless it's already maxed, in which case I don't remember. Yeah, it actually maxes attack there. So there we go, max crit, max attack. Rourke should be doing pretty good. What's this gonna hit for? Rourke actually, I don't think has sand multipliers, but of course benefiting from Ingo's attack, crit, and all and potions is amazing, right? Accuracy debuffs, speed. Rourke needs all of them. Not accuracy debuffs, but the speed and the attack buffs and the crit buffs. Ingo applies for all of them, which is just great. Why is sand still up? Or why is sun still up? No! Oh! No, that's not what I wanted to happen. Okay, now we're actually back to where we were before, roughly. And maybe I'll actually set up the sand this time. I think that would be pretty beneficial, right? Probably the smart thing to do. There we go. We're pretty much at half HP for Moltres, but we can go ahead and skip its half HP phase here and set up the sand again. Having NPR would be great, but definitely prefer to actually have that. But it doesn't seem we're going to be able to get it here, at least not right now, which is a little bit unfortunate, but kind of to be expected at this point. So there we go, sun is back up, but we've set the sand back up, which is definitely nice there. And we got the NPR on Sandstorm. Those AoE moves still hurt, so we're going to have to just kind of hope that we can heal up a little bit here. Let's go ahead and just attack, I guess. We're getting the gradual healing, which is definitely nice there. And Diantha may go down, but she thankfully... Okay, she does not, which is great, for sure. Damn, he keeps hitting those fucking AoE moves. You mind? Okay. Shit. Okay, this guy likes AoE moves, I can fucking tell. Jesus. Okay, so there goes the rock zone, which is fine. Whatever. Except the fact he's going to put sun back up here. Yeah, it hits with a fire blast, which is going to hurt. That's going to actually hurt a lot, so, yeah. That should be fun. There we go. Sun just straight up took out Ingo. Okay, well, this showcase has already went to shit, so whatever. That's fine. Sand NPR, if we would have just got that a little bit better, a little bit more, probably would have helped out enough. But there we go. We're going to go down to Moltres there. Goodbye. Okay, he busts accuracy and sun. That's awesome. Great. Great showcase there, buddy. Great showcase. I don't have anywhere to showcase Ingo. I'll be honest. I've been trying to showcase him in these different areas, and I don't have anywhere to showcase him in. Moltres is a good area to showcase him, but this fucking team and the fucking lack of sand NPR, and the bird just sucks. The bird just sucks, man. If you can obviously build around Moltres' sun and where it puts down its sun, which obviously, you know, at the start of turn or at the start of battle, it'll put up sun, so you change it there. You change it after each health bar phase, and then starting from the second health bar onwards, you change it every half point too. Unless you could just nuke through it, which is obviously a viable strategy. But either way, that bird is a fucking prick. That's all I can say. And I need a rock or ground stage, but I don't have any. I think the Emmett showcase will definitely go a little bit better, and I think that'll definitely solidify Ingo's placement a little bit better in the minds of people. I tried showcasing him. This just didn't go well, honestly. It's the perfect scenario for nothing to go right. Let's just keep it like that, right? But yeah, I'll do the Emmett showcase next. He'll make Ingo look a lot more impressive because Emmett's best partner is Ingo. That's just a fact, really. They're the best partners for each other. They're built to be run on the same team, and they can really thrive together, right? But yeah, I digress. I'm going to end the Ingo showcase here. I'm going to go ahead and record the Emmett showcase. So if you think this video is a little bit shitty, go ahead and dislike it. I don't care. That's fine. And, you know, wait for the Emmett showcase, because that one should hopefully be a little bit better, because Emmett actually is a damage dealer, and he can make things look a little bit fun. I deliberately tried to not showcase with Emmett here, because Emmett would just steal the show. That's the only reason I didn't do it. But anyway, yeah. I'll see you all later. Hope you all enjoyed, if you could have enjoyed this shitty showcase.